Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. We're in the Before the Shadow expansion, and we just finished doing our questing in Swanfleet. We're mainly following the main story here, but we did do quite a bit of side questing. I didn't get the final deed like I wanted to in Swanfleet, but the thing with Swanfleet is its virtue XP rewards are not exactly that good. So I'm probably going to make up for it later on by running some quests in Arid Lewin when I get higher level. I might do that off the camera, but that will help to balance out our virtue XP loss for skipping some stuff in Swanfleet. Swanfleet is a beautiful zone, but I really don't enjoy doing the quests in the Stuar Vales and like Lintriv and this whole area. There's just a lot of backtracking and a lot of mountains to go around. And so I ended up skipping straight to Langaran and then moving up to Karas Galebrin in western Eregion and completing the epic quest storyline as we went. And then now we have just been sent to Tharbad here at the entrance of Cardolan, which is a lot of ruins in this area from the ancient civilization of Arnor, or actually Cardolan, which was like a sub-kingdom within Arnor. Anyways, we are here and we are ready to continue with the main storyline. So let's begin. Oh, we also did miss a quest back here. I think we do have a quest over here that we happen to miss. So let's go do that first. Unlike Swanfleet, I do want to do a lot more quests here in Cardolan, because I really just do like this area. I like areas that have just like ancient ruins. I love the ancient ruin aesthetic, if you know what I'm saying.
Would you lend me your aid?
I am a woodcutter, friend, not a fighter. When I encountered orcs within the flooded city, I ran. It is without shame that I tell you I dropped my axe, though I need it for my livelihood. Do you think you could repay the orcs for this insult and recover my axe at the same time? I'll see what I can do. Alright, here we are. This must be Hul's missing axe.
Yes.
Ah, there's my axe. What would I have done without... Hold on a moment. This is not my axe. This axe is completely different.
Yes?
Since this axe is not mine, that means its owner might still be somewhere in the city, and in danger. You should return to where you found it, and see if you can find and help its owner. It's the right thing to do. You're right, it is the right thing. I'll go see what I can do. The earth is trampled to the southwest. Perhaps the axe's owner went that way? Blood stains the earth here, and tracks lead to the southwest. The owner of the axe ran afoul of the orcs in Tharbad and perished. You found the owner of the axe, but he was already slain by orcs? A sad end, truly. I will wield his axe in memory of this poor unfortunate Sepcapi, and from this day forth I will dedicate its work to making wooden weapons that will repay the orcs for the life they took this day. I swear it. Thank you for doing what you could.
I can hear orcs prowling among the ruins of the city.
And if we do not post a watch, they may surprise us while we rest from the crossing. They have become an ever-growing threat in my own land, and the king has not the strength to oppose them. Rohan suffers. I will help your friend make sure this campsite remains unoccupied by those who made it, if you will hunt the orcs that prowl the city. We will stay here only long enough to dry our clothes and recover from the crossing, and the fewer orcs between us and the northern road, the better. As you wish.
How fared you against the orcs?
Did you bear the insignia we encountered on the Uruks of Swanfleet? You tell Meneldir the orcs that prowl the ruined city do not appear to wear the mark of the White Hand, and to your eye they belong to other orc tribes. Egfrith gives a sudden start.
Orcs bearing this white hand have appeared in Rohan of late.
What do you know of this symbol, this white hand? Orcs bearing this mark have appeared in Rohan of late, and many are the towns and crofts they have troubled throughout the Riddermark. The king's illness prevents him from properly dealing with these raiders, and every day the kingdom grows more weak, more frail. But who commands this tribe against my people? Meneldir gives you a warning look, and you tell Egfrith that Uruks of the White Hand must serve some powerful chieftain of their own kind. She rests a hand against the pommel of her sword. Yes, that does seem to be the way of that kind. Still, the orcs here in Tharbad need not serve beneath the White Hand to endanger my own errand or your own. There are other fires to the west, on the other side of the broken bridge from here, and if you clear away their defenders, we will rest more easily and be better prepared to travel safely through the city. As you wish. Alright, so it's time for us to go scout some campfires to the west of the broken bridge in Tharbad. So let's go ahead to the west here. Slaying some more orcs as we encounter them. light glints on the weapons of a man fighting further to the west. The man has triumphed over the orcs, but he eyes you warily as you approach.
Hail, friend, if friend you be.
I am a long way from my home in the land of Gondor, but if you are an orc foe, then we share that in common. I deem from your gear that you are a traveler yourself, and no stranger to either hardship or fighting. So it is with me, though I am new to this land.
Boromir is my name, and I've come from Minas Tirith by a long road on an urgent errand.
The crossing of the river proved treacherous, and I was forced to abandon my steed. I ran afoul of orcs among the ruins, as you can see, and one of their cowardly thieves stole my pack. When I have recovered it, I will resume my quest. If you catch this thief for me, I will be indebted to you, my good man. I think he ran off to the southwest. Ah, there's the orc thief. It's time you met your end. You recovered the stolen pack and should return it to Boromir.
You must have struck fear into the heart of that thief, my new friend.
This pack is much lighter than it was when he stole it, and it seems he scattered its contents among the ruins in his eagerness to escape. Might I trouble you to gather up my lost supplies? We'll go look for your supplies. There's more over here. Alright, this must be the remaining bits and pieces here.
Thank you for this, my new friend. I am in your debt.
Not only that, but I must beg your pardon, but I was so pleased to encounter a friendly face that I did not even ask your name. Pray tell it to me now. Forgive me for my oversight. Subcapi. It is my honor to make your acquaintance, Subcapi. You say your companions are nearby. I would join them at their fire if you think I would be welcome. If not, I will continue on my own. But it has been a long road, and I would not turn down a friendly campfire and pleasing conversation. Come along with me, then. Minelder leaps to his feet as you and Boromir approach.
Who have you found? Who comes so to our fire?
I did not expect to see a soldier of the Citadel this far from his homeland.
You may sit by our fire, Captain of Gondor, if you are willing to share with us your tale.
I am interested to hear the reasons for it.
My reasons are my own, but I will tell you the tale, as much as your fire seems to earn.
I will tell you the tale of my journey, as much as your fire seems to earn. I have seen larger, brighter, and warmer, but this has proven a cold land, and even a poor fire is better than none.
It was in the days of June that my father Denethor, the steward of Gondor, called his sons to the White Tower.
Long has my father kept watch upon the black land of Mordor, and at his command the soldiers of Minas Tirith never relaxed their vigil. The steward's commands are respected, as is right, but what man from the high walls of Minas Tirith could not see smoke rising from Mount Doom, far away and yet still too near? In the taverns of the city they named it a fell portent, and in the high chambers of council my father agreed with his folk, though they knew it not. But none could have foreseen the onslaught that emerged from Mordor. A great force swept through Ithilien, driving our soldiers before it, and at Osgiliath we slowed its approach for as long as we could, and destroyed the bridge behind us. There was something strange about the battle, my friends. There were strange omens before and during the fighting, but neither my brother Faramir nor I could understand their meaning. We spoke of them to our father. What does it mean, father?
It means these are strange times in which we live, Boromir.
But it may be a message.
Speak to me not of fairy stories. We have always measured our strength by the bright sword and the sturdy shield. And so we will today.
I am sorry, father. We mean not to question your wisdom, father.
This much is clear to me, my sons. Gondor is strong, but even Gondor cannot stand forever against such evil. Can it be that names out of legend may hold some key to defeating this enemy? Imladris. Can it be?
My father is wise in ways I could never be, for I am in my very bones a fighting man. The stories with which I grew up shaped me to be this. But the steward of Gondor must be a learned man if he is to guide Gondor through such troubled times as these. What the name Imladris meant to my father he would not say, only that it was a place far to the north where lived Elrond the Half-Elven, who was said to be the greatest of the lore masters of Middle-earth, canny and dangerous. Few or none in Gondor know where this place might be found, my father told us. My brother Faramir volunteered at once to seek out this place, and to ask Elrond Half-Elven if he might know the meaning of the many strange portents we had seen in recent days. I knew the road would be full of danger, and took the journey for myself. My father was most wroth at my choice, and he argued against it, but at last he gave me leave to depart. He must have seen that I could find the secret dale in which Imladris lies, and bring back knowledge to aid Gondor. Before I set forth, my father impressed upon me the need for secrecy. Enemies could lurk anywhere, my son, he told me. Remember that Gondor needs you. Return with the knowledge of the Half-Elven can provide as quickly as you can. More quickly if you deem the quest to be a foolhardy one. I assured him I would not abandon the quest, and departed at first light, taking the west road into Rohan.
As is custom, I called upon Theoden, king of Rohan, upon arriving at his city.
Greetings to you, Boromir, son of Denethor. You are welcome to Medusled, ruling seat of Theoden King.
Hold. Who comes here?
It is Boromir, son of the steward of Gondor, captain of the White City.
He is known to Rohan, and is a friend. Is that so? These are dangerous times, and friends must be judged more carefully than before. The king is indisposed, and will see no one today.
I was denied my audience with Theoden, but I did speak with others of his court. The man Grima had a foul look. I did not like him. Theoden's door ward is named Hammer. He seemed a good man. May Theoden recover from his illness, but if he does not, Theodred will be a good king. I know not what to make of Eowyn, the king's niece. Are all women of Rohan so eager to fight? I sparred for a time with Eomer, nephew of Theoden, a good man. I could not tarry long at Edoras.
My obligation to call upon Theoden satisfied as best as could be managed. I left Edoras and continued my journey. I would pass through the Gap of Rohan and then turn north for lands I had never seen. But as I neared the fords of Isen, to my surprise I encountered someone I had not expected to see. I dismounted to speak with him.
Hail to you, son of Gondor. What errand brings you with such haste to my borders?
It is an errand of some urgency for the kingdom of Gondor. But I should not speak of it.
I see. There was a time when the wisdom of wizards was much sought after.
I mean no offense. I fully understand neither the need for secrecy nor my journey's purpose. What power can there be in Imladris that might aid Gondor?
Imladris. You seek the haven of Elrond Half-Elven. Why?
I beg your pardon, my lord, but I have said too much already.
Too much, and yet nothing at all, son of Gondor. But I will not let you pass Isengard without the benefit of my knowledge. The refuge you seek lies in a northern dale, guarded by sharp-eyed elves. If you plan to treat them with the discourtesy you have shown me, you had best turn around and save your own skin.
It has been said that wizards are quick to anger. Saruman, at least, did not prove an exception.
I feared I had offended him, but I tried not to brood upon it. I had not called upon him at his home, after all. If he should leave his tower and the Vale of Isengard to interrupt my quest, let him bear the burden of my unpracticed tongue. I am a fighting man, as I have said before, and am unused to the ways of wizards. I resumed my journey. I was already a long way from Gondor, but there was longer to go.
Beyond the Gap of Rohan, I saw no sign of trouble for countless miles.
Beyond the Gap of Rohan, the wide fields of Enedwaith lay before me, and I saw no sign of trouble for countless miles. To me it seemed an empty land, and the days passed beneath cloudless skies as I journeyed north. But as I descended the slope toward the ruins of Tharbad, I knew the river crossing would be difficult. I released my steed, setting his eyes toward the bountiful grasses of the Swanfleet before I left him, and I made the crossing myself. Shortly afterward, I was set upon by orcs. That is when you found me, Sepkapi.
That is my tale. You have no doubt heard more exciting stories than this.
And were I to speak of our mighty efforts in Gondor's defense, you would hear one such. But time is wasting.
Could I speak with you alone for a moment?
Let us just walk to the northeast, right over there. I do not know if we can trust this captain of Gondor, Sepkapi. Remember the words of Bregoleth. She told us to guard our trust with care, for even seeming allies could harbor treachery in their hearts. Neither do I exclude Egfrith from this warning, but Boromir rode right by Isengard on his way north, and even admitted that he spoke with Saruman. How can we trust his conversation with the White Wizard was as he described? We cannot. I think we should keep what we know of the White Hand to ourselves for now, just in case Boromir has fallen under the sway of the traitor wizard. We can travel together, at least until we reach Bree-land and the Dunedain. But we should keep an eye on both of our companions. Bregoleth believed we stood on the very precipice of danger, and I think she spoke true. Here, take this map of Cardolan. Show it to the others, and see what they recommend for our course. Meneldir presses a worn and faded map of old Cardolan into your hands.
You've decided we should travel together.
I believed your friend would suggest we should not, but I find the idea agreeable, for now. Should my own course not align with yours, I will depart, and without hard feeling. Boromir unfolds the map of old Cardolan and studies it briefly, before handing it back to you. My own journey's end lies in a hidden dale, Sepkapi, further north than this map tells. Perhaps Meneldir will unveil a second map when we draw nearer to the Bree-land. And that one will mark my destination. But perhaps not. My father said the dale was hidden. It pleases me to hear that Meneldir will not turn away the captain of Gondor, for the men of that land are warriors strong and true, and in past days they have been hardy folks of Rohan, and we of them. Egfrith unfolds the map of Cardolan and wrinkles her nose. These names are unfamiliar to me, Sepkapi, so different from those of my own land. I cannot begin to understand how to speak some of these places aloud. Boromir is not the only one of us who is far from their homeland. I will follow Meneldir until we find the ranges of the north, for Rohan lies withering while I am away, and if I cannot return with the thing I seek, I fear the kingdom will die. Then we are agreed. A road leads north, and that means we must pass through the city and travel north along the Greenway towards Bree-land. We should defeat more of the creatures that lie between us and the northern walls of the city, and I suggest we scout the gaps in the encircling wall at several locations before we leave Tharbad behind us. Once that is accomplished, we can meet up just north of the city to plan our further course. As you wish.
And that is Tharbad behind us.
If the crossing of the Grey Flood proves the worst experience of our journey, I will count as fortunate. I fear it will not be so, though it is likely to be the wettest. Did Tegwin dislike the damp and cold of the Wade water? He is fortunate he had no need to cross the Grey Flood, and under the watchful eye of his parents, it will be many years before he might. But now we must turn our eyes to our own road. Cardolan awaits, and within its bounds we will find my friend Narndir, who will know the location of the chieftain of the Dunedain. Then will Egfrith's purpose be attained, and our own as well. Perhaps then Boromir can be set on the proper course, and you and I will dine at the Prancing Pony before we part. But we are not there yet. We must take one step at a time, lest we trip upon our own feet. Our first destination will be the town of Herne, a village of farmers and traders that grew up at a crossing of the ways to the northwest of here, where the Greenway coming south meets with the road coming north out of Enedwaith. When last I came this way, the tavern at Herne was a pleasant enough place, although it could not truly compete with the Prancing Pony for entertainment and company. Crossway House it was called, a 2-story building near the south gate. Let us be off. Before we head into Herne, let's go explore this little camp over here. We've got the Stonecrop encampment, and it looks like these people might need our aid. So let's go have a look.
What can I do for you?
Hail, traveler. Please, I need your aid.
I am Ryangar Nevit. My father, the mayor of Herne, was last seen going into the ruins nearby. He has always been obsessed with Tharbad, but recently the ruined city has been overrun with orcs. I fear for his life, but I am no warrior. Please, look for my father in the ruins. I am going to check his house in Herne again, in the hope that he made it back. I'll see what I can do.
Greetings, fellow traveler.
My name is Burl Stonecrop. My companions and I have been tasked with traveling the Greenway and investigating whether or not there would be any benefit in rebuilding a settlement here in Cardolan. Predictably, on our first night here at Tharbad, we were attacked. The ruins here are full of vicious orcs who stole our supplies before we could fend them off. We will probably be heading back up to Bree, but without our supplies, the trip home is impossible. However, you look like someone who could stand up to those orcs. If you retrieve our supplies, I will compensate you. I'll do what I can.
Stay a moment.
Well met. Do not mind my pacing. I find myself restless, being confined to these crumbled walls. My husband, Tam, did not want to make this trip, and now it seems he was right to worry. I want to make him a new pair of breeches, but our hunter is otherwise occupied. If you head north, will you bring me hides from the Avank that lurk in the watery pools? Sure thing.
I am so angry that our trip to Tharbad has been ruined by those awful orcs.
I wish I could walk right into their camps and destroy things of theirs, just like they did to us a few nights ago. But I am no match for them, alas. You, however, could enact my revenge, could you not? If you come across any of their stashes of weapons, destroy them. Ha-ha! That'll teach them. Have you seen my kinsman nearby? I'd go looking myself, but... He gestures to his bandages and smiles wryly. After what happened in Nimbarth, I doubt they would enjoy rescuing me again. Could you make sure they are all right? They should be returned to Nimbarth by now, to the northeast. Our leader is a woman named Mariona. You'll have to forgive her and the others for being wary around you. That's just how things are with them. I'll see what I can do. So many quests.
I traveled down from Bree with this company as their hunter.
Hello there. My name is Hal Wolfscombe, and I traveled down from Bree from this company as their hunter. It's my job to keep us supplied with fresh meat, but when the orcs attacked, they stole my bow. I could make a new one, but this land was stripped of its trees long ago, and besides, it would take far too long. I heard you are going into the ruins. When you do, will you look for my bow? I'll see what I can find.
I appreciate your help.
Have you been across the road to see the herds of deer? What a sight they are! Magnificent creatures, and good eating too. We surely could use a supplement to our rations, as the orcs no doubt ate all of our food. If you've a mind to help, bring us some of the deer meat. It would go a long way. I'll see what I can do.
I'll not be ignored.
Unhappy days these are. Look at our shelves. Empty after the raid by the orcs of Tharbad, and I've a wife with a child to feed. Etta is craving berries, and well, I learned with the first two children not to argue with a craving mother-to-be. Sadly, I am no warrior, and cannot leave the camp, but perhaps you can help us? To the north are some ruins, among which grow bushes covered with Etta's favorite berries. If you bring some back for us, perhaps we can stop her pacing. Again, I'll see what I can find. Alright, so we got a whole slew of quests to do here. And I believe they're going to send us all over the place here if we look at our map here. Yeah, they are everywhere. Even Nimbarth is quite far away. But Nimbarth is also one of the blue quests. Let's try to complete the blue quest first, I would say. So we got Ruddy Bushberries. Set as quest guide focus. Alright. That looks like the ruins we need to be in at the moment. We'll gather what we can find here. And who do we have here? Melona.
Leave me be.
Hey, you there! Are you interested in making some coin? I'm a bounty hunter, and I'm very near to tracking down my latest quarry. But fate is cruel. I landed poorly on my ankle, and now I cannot move with the speed required to finish the job. If you put an end to the bounty I seek, I will share the reward with you. Are we agreed? Good. The target is a brigand named Bedwer, an ally to the half-orcs, and a disreputable ruffian. Track him to the northeast, among the rocks. I'll do what I can to find him. Alright, let's go try to find this Bedwer.
What do you need?
This is your last chance, stranger. Bounty hunters have a way of coming to bad ends when they try to chase me. If you insist on following this course, you will not survive. Oh, really? Well, let's test this out then. No, I don't want to die. Let me go.
Why are you bothering me?
He got away? This bounty eludes me again. Unacceptable. He will not get away forever. I swear it.
Leave me be.
I will not allow Bedwer to get away again. He's probably going to try and hide among his half-orc allies. But he doesn't know that we can track him wherever he goes. The half-orcs control a bridge to the north. Go there, defeat Bedwer's allies, and look for some clue to my bounty's whereabouts. I'll see what I can do. Alright, while we're here in this marshland, let's have a look for some avanks. So we can collect their hides. Oh no.
Alright. Let's put these half-orcs to rest here. The parchment has hasty writing scrawled upon its surface. I am finished with you and your lot. There are bounty hunters after me now, and while I've managed to elude them so far, I am afraid my luck is soon to run out. I need to find something new. You half-orcs are on your own, and I won't cry for you, miserable curs. You brought me only trouble, and I have enough of that on my own. Bedwer. Alright, looks like he quit the trade. Alright, so now we're so far here. We might as well head to Nimbarth. We might as well unlock the stable masters here while we're at it. It'll save us some backtracking later on. So let's go ahead to Karanost. This lovely, beautiful looking ruin here to our north.
Greetings, friend.
Alright, unlocking the stable masters here. We'll head to Screwlock's farm to the east. Alright, we've unlocked this stable master. I'm not going to do any of these quests yet because they're a little bit too high level for us, but it'll save time later, I suppose. Right, now to head down to Nimbarth. Another scout.
What I would not give for a moment's peace.
My favorite dagger was stolen by half-orcs, and I want it back. I think one of their captains must have it by now. Over there in Nimbarth. Get it back for me, and I'll reward you. See if I don't. Alright. As you wish. Who do we have here? Two scouts reach for their weapons, but the third shakes her head to stop them.
Won't you lend me your aid?
Ridderk sent a Devodia to check on us. Has he no faith? With no Ridderek to glare at, the woman settles for the next best thing, glaring at you. A few seconds pass before she relents and sighs. Perhaps I am being too hasty, as he would say. If you truly intend to aid us, then I'll allow it.
We're all devoted in these lands.
These half-orcs serve a wizard who is bent on spreading his war as far as he can. We planned to assassinate the half-orc leaders, but Ridderk was captured in the attempt. Rescuing him put the entire camp on high alert. Since we are currently one short, you can act as a distraction. Fight the half-orcs so that the three of us can move in undetected. I'll see what I can do. Alright, there's a half-orc captain. Let's get the dagger back. Alright, we're back.
I hope these dark days will soon be behind us.
You fought admirably. Yes, I kept a close eye on you. There have been some who have tried to betray us. Caution has kept my people alive thus far. We shall stay here for a bit longer and continue watching the half-orcs' activities. If you can, please let Riddick know what has happened. I'll do what I can.
What I would not give for a moment's peace.
You got it back? I never doubted you, Sepcapi, but I have to say, this dagger has seen better days. Look at all the dried blood on the blade. I don't want to think about whose blood this might be. I don't think this dagger is my favorite anymore. I did promise you a reward, and I will not go back on my word. It is a shame, though. It was such a nice dagger. Alright, finally a little bit of an increase with our next weapon. This necklace, which you found on a defeated orc, must have been taken as a trophy from someone recently. The materials that were used to craft the necklace are clearly not local. To your knowledge, the only people who have come to Nimbarth are Mariana and her scouts, who keep watch outside the ruins. It might be worth asking her if she recognizes the necklace. Alright, let's do that then, shall we?
We are all devoted in these lands.
This necklace. Yes, I know who its owner is. The half-orcs must have taken it off Ridrick when they captured him. If you'd like to return it to him, he should still be resting at the camp near Tharbad, southwest of here. I'll do what I can. Alright, it looks like we are finished here in Nimbarth, and we can head back. Head all the way back to, wherever this is here. The Stonecrop encampment. So let's do that, shall we?
What can I do for you?
Ah, perfect. These are exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you so much for your help. My necklace! I didn't think I'd see it again. To tell you the truth, the loss of my necklace pained me more than my actual injuries. It's all I have left of Dunland. Perhaps I'll return home one day. I hope so. Everyone is safe then? And the half-orcs have been dealt with? This is excellent news. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Well, I jest. It was a wager, but the odds were in my favor. After all, there must be more good in the world than bad. Ridrick's smile widens. Thank you.
Why are you bothering me?
Do you have them? You do? Oh, this is wonderful. I know it will only fulfill this temporary craving, but I cannot wait to see the smile these bring to Etta's face. You found the mayor.
I need no keeper. I was about to throttle them.
She finally lowered herself enough to return to Carolyn. Well, you nearly wasted your time. I need no keeper. I was about to throttle them. Orc scum. They knocked me down, but I fended them off with my staff. The cowards fled. I may have lost my temper and thrown my staff at their retreating backs. It landed not far from me. Get it, will you? The growls of orcs fill the air.
Pah! Of course you would overreact.
The villains came upon me while I was unawares. I would have been fine. Give me my staff.
I was on my way back to her now when those accursed fools attacked me.
I have seen what I came here to see, so I will make my way back and meet you there. No, I do not need your help getting back. A friend will be arriving to bring me home. However, you could put those skills of yours to work in another way. Drive out the orcs who have infiltrated Tharbad. If you survive, return to me and Hearn with their ears when you have finished, and I shall reward you. Thank you. All right. Collect severed orc ears. From a boar? Really? I didn't know boars like to munch on orc ears. That was certainly probably not intended by the developers, but that's all right. Alright. Time to recover any stolen supplies. Alright. Now it's time for us to head to the other side of the ancient city here and destroy some orcish weapon caches. There they are. Alright, let's destroy him, shall we? Hunting for deer. There we go.
And for orc, apparently. Alright, we've collected all the deer meat we need to collect. We can head back to camp and finally turn in all of our quests.
Have you been across the road to see the herds of deer?
Thank you. Without my bow, I could not have hunted them myself. I appreciate your help.
My bow! You found it!
Now I can get back to my job of feeding these fine folk.
I have higher hopes now for our endeavors.
You have done it! I have higher hopes now for our endeavors.
I had heard that Cardolan was a wilder land than Bree, but to see it for myself has been eye-opening.
To the north lie the ruins of Nimbarth. Judging by the walls that are left, it seems to have once been a fortress. Now, however, a rank-looking lot of men, though I hesitate to call them such, occupies the ruins. One of our group, Sailoril, headed that way some hours ago to scout the situation. That she has yet to return is causing me some concern. If you head up to Nimbarth, please find Sailoril. I do not like the look of the men that have taken up in those ruins. Alrighty.
You return. Tell me all about it. Were they angry?
She laughs with delight as you recount your deeds, and presses coins into your hands.
Out with it!
Bedwyr eluded you again? How can this be? I will get this bounty, Sepcapi. I need the coin, and I care not that he regrets his alliance with the half-orcs. I will still track him down, and the bounty will be mine. You are welcome to give up the chase, but I never will. Now be gone. I really don't want to go all the way back to Nimbarth, so fortunately, I've got 26 mithril coins here. I'm going to bite the bullet and use a few mithril coins because I really don't want to travel all the way back there. You know, normally modern Lord of the Rings Online, I feel like they're pretty good about keeping things within the region, you know? Like, not sending you across the map, but sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's just a little bit tedious, especially when you do it a second time.
Hold! Stay where you are!
You do not seem to be like the men I have seen occupying Nimbarth. Brule sent you, did he? I am indeed Sailoril. I have not yet returned because I have been seeing riders coming and going from the fortress at all hours. They must be the means by which orders are delivered to the orcs in Tharbad. You look like you can handle yourself. If you come across one of these riders, take them down and bring me any correspondences you find. Sure thing. Alright. Time to head back up to Nimbarth. Alright, there's a rider.
Found some, did you? Well then, let's have them here. The missive you recovered is troubling.
The orcs in Tharbad have noticed Stonecrop's group and are calling for reinforcements. They mean to attack soon. I think we can use this to our advantage. Here's where you come in. Again. I have rewritten the orders to say that we are not a threat and to ignore our presence. A few of the other missives now have wording that I am sure will stir chaos and confusion, with the goal of having those at Nimbarth start to question the orcs at Tharbad. It won't hold them off for long, but possibly long enough for us to plan our next moves. Go to Nimbarth and plant these orders where someone in charge may discover them.
Alright. We placed all our orders. Now we can return to Sailorn.
Thank you for what you have done here.
You return. Thank you for what you have done here. You have given the people of Cardon more of a fighting chance, to be sure.
One day, Tharbad will be ours once more.
So, you made it back, I see. You have my thanks. One day, Tharbad will be ours once more. Alright. So, I think this is going to be a good place to stop. In the next video, we can continue our adventures here in Herne. And start questing around here and continue the Before the Shadow storyline. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. So long.